No flu. We're taking, here, I don't ever take flu shots because I don't like needles. So there's nobody giving me a flu shot unless you held me down and knocked me out and then stuck it in my arm. But they have pills now. They have flu pills. And I said, I'll take a flu pill. So I'm taking flu pills. But we'll see. We still, one guy will not practice today, so he's still out, but we'll see.
Who's that?
One guy.
What sort of a mood or a vigor do you think Tennessee's going to bring to this?
Yeah, this will be hard. You know, Rick, what a job he's done. Villanova, they had him down 15-16. North Carolina, they had down 10 and were leading most of the game. Auburn, they had down 16-15, I believe. Arkansas, they led the whole game. Matter of fact, they were up 9 with 3 minutes to go. What I just told you is they could easily be 13-0. The second thing is they got no students on campus. So they opened up the dorms so they could get in tomorrow by 3 to be able to be in the dorms and be at the game. And the game is sold out. So it's going to be a war. It'll be good for these guys to feel this. I mean, playing on the road last game was good, and now you go here, and it's always a difficult game for us. Great environment, you know, but it's going to be hard.
Now, when you went back and looked at the tape of the other night, what did you like the best about what your team did?
The second half, that, you know, we played with some fight, that we posted the ball, that, you know, we would get up and then we started shooting jumpers again. And you got to understand that by posting the ball doesn't mean you're trying to score next to the basket all the time, but you're making them do something that you can play off of, the other team. And it was great seeing Kevin get 11 rebounds and get a double-double. Kevin is no longer working with our guards. He works with the big guys. So that's where will be the rest of the way. You get what I'm doing with those big guys, and we'll worry about guard play later. But I was happy for him. And then, you know, we just made the plays down the stretch and made the free throws, and, you know, still a lot of breakdowns, just a lot of young player moves. But it was, you know, a great finish to a game, just hanging around and then having a chance to win.
John, why do you want Kevin working with the big guys?
Just to be more aggressive and go to the goal more and rebound more and play like you're a forward who can really shoot. Play like you're a big man who can really shoot and score. So I'm just trying to get his mentality. In most cases, it's trying to get guys to think different. You know, you're trying to help them create new habits. You're not trying to break old habits, you just won't. You're trying to create new habits. When they're in situations, this is how they'll react. And you have to put them in those environments daily to get them to react the way you want them to react.
John, you said you're not trying to get them to break old habits. Why is that? I think you would want to get them to break new habits while they learn new habits.
Well, it's hard. It's easier to just, we're going to create new habits, forget about those. Those will pop up every once in a while, but here's the habits we want you to have. It's just how I've done it over the years.
You mentioned after UCLA that the guys didn't think they had a will to win in spots. The last 3 games, they've been hit in the face a couple of times and they've responded. Have you seen that will to win?
Yeah, they've had a will to win. They've had a couple guys out there, and again, it's not playing, it's not Hollywood, it is I am playing to win. I'm either getting fouled or I'm making plays that I can make. I'm doing it for my team, and they're learning all that. I love what I'm seeing out of PJ, and I told him and Kevin, you're not stepping back now. Now this is what you build on. Wasn't long ago that PJ was in that hole. Now all of a sudden he's a different player, and he's just getting better. We got to get Nick playing better. Sasha's playing out of his mind right now. So now Nick, you know, it's kind of like we get a couple guys playing better, you know, these two, and you're trying to shuffle the deck a little bit, but you know, I like what I'm seeing from them, and I just told them, I mean, hey guys, this is your 4th game in 8 days. 2 of them on the road. One of them was, that first one was just another game. So played Louisville. After a day and a half for Christmas, where I gave them 3 days, which means we had a day and a half to prepare. Now we come back and we got this game. So this is what it's about. I mean, it's going to be sold out. They're desperate. They got to have it. We got to have it, and let's see what happens. Will you fight? It's not. For the thing these kids have to learn, it's not what it looks like. It's not like I got to go do this to shit. No, it's will you battle and fight? Our teams historically would do that. Anytime you don't, you're losing, because the other team's going to play it. They're playing you. They're playing you. They're going to show up, and it's going to mean something, and they're going to have a little extra. But, you know, we had some film this morning. We're going to practice a little bit and then travel up there and have a meal and get ready for our midnight game.
John, it looked like LSU clearly wanted.
What happened? What? What's that?
Midnight?
Oh, 9. Midnight 9. It's all the same.
It seems LSU's intended to go to Wraith again and again, especially early and throughout the game. What do you think of your post defense or opponents looking there to try to do some work?
Well, they haven't hurt us with that, but they did in this game, and the kid just battled. I mean, the baskets he made, you know, just were toughness kind of baskets, and he played great. I mean, he's a kid that's averaging 8 points and 4 or 5 rebounds, and he comes up with whatever he did, and had a big-time game against us.
Cal, what's your advice to Kenny or any assistant coach about finding the right fit when they're looking for head coaching jobs down the road?
Well, let me just say, when you're looking for a job or you're chasing jobs, you're not getting them. You got to have people that want you, and in Kenny's case, there are people that will want him, and now it's just what is a good job for him. The greatest thing for Kenny is that this university's made it so that he doesn't have to leave unless it's a really good job. And he's done a great thing for us here, and me personally. Aside from coaching, you know, in this profession, you got to be like brothers. Like, I got you, you got me. Because it's just too hard. And then what he does to challenge these kids, look, they can't hear my voice. I mean, I don't go to many of the film sessions. I let the staff do that. I'm not at the pregame meals. They can't hear me. And then I can't always be the tough guy. You got to have people that are willing to be hard on them, yet let them know that you care about them. So he's done. Whatever happens for him, you know, he's going to be in good shape. And the only thing I'm kind of disappointed, because I think David's doing a great job, and it's not fair to have all this stuff. Let him coach his team. You know, David may be the guy for the job. Well, let the season play out. Why would you throw any, and who would be out there throwing landmines in front of this guy? I don't know, but it's certainly not us and me and our staff. But, you know, let him do his job. He had our game, okay. How about if he wins the rest and wins the national title? Yeah, but he lost to Kentucky. Stop it. I try to tell our fans, it's one game. Glad it's over. But it's one game. And, you know, I think, again, that watching the tape and what he's done and how he's done it, I think he's doing great work. And this season, you know, he was thrown into a tough situation. I mean, think about it. And then there's always, he has to answer questions. And they just continue, the same questions. And his players are answering. I mean, and this guy's still doing the job. What's their record? Anybody know?
Lost 3 games.
And other than our game, they should have won the other 2. So that's disappointing to me. But in the case of Kenny, I'm going to support and help. And like all my guys, Tony's ready to be a head coach. And that's, again, if he chooses to do that, there are going to be opportunities for him. And, you know, so let those guys, and it's like anything else, you know, we'd figure out what's next.
Now, when you're talking about coaches, when you're going up against a good friend of yours, you've gone up whatever it's been, and since he's been in Tennessee every year now, does it get any easier when you're going up against a good friend like that, or is it still the same as it always is?
The only thing is easier is if you do get dinged, I can walk up and seriously say I'm happy for you, and I am happy for him, and he knows it. There are other games that I just say, good job, and I'm not happy for you, without saying it. At all. You jag off. That's my Pittsburgh coming out. But, you know, I hate playing friends. I hate it. But there are certain games, like Bob Huggins and I are in the front. I'm hating that we have to go down there. But he's doing a function for his mother's charity. So we were talking about it today. And, you know, you go down and you play the game. And you want to win, you coach to win, and, you know, you're not down looking down the sideline at him, and you're not worried about it. And, you know, let me just say, when you talk Rick and the friends of mine, we've all survived, which is amazing. We're still like coaching after all these years, like 30. And still, I'm still enjoying it, and I know they are. They'll do this a lot longer than I will. But, you know, being able to go to Tennessee, I just keep telling myself, because this becomes a grind, that I need to just be grateful that I'm having an opportunity to coach here and coach in these kind of games. How many people would want to coach in that game? What do I feel? We may lose. And I told the team the same thing. You know, you only know if you're going to win or lose when you win or lose. So why worry about it? Go prepare your team and get ready. You're not going to change the outcome by worrying more. You only know if you're going to win or lose when you win or lose. And so, you know, as I get into the season, what happens for me is I forget how hard this is. I mean, this is really hard, doing what I'm doing with these young kids, and then having, I'm not going to say the whole world's against us. I'd say most of it though. Like, you don't have anybody like cheering you on. It's like every game, and I imagine most people watching this on TV are not saying, go Kentucky, unless you live in Kentucky, unless you're part of the big blue nation or the blue dust that's out there. And it's hard. But for all of us, and those players included, just grateful that I have the opportunity to coach here, coach this team, and got great kids. I mean, every day I walk in and I see them, I know how good they are and how they want to please me. But the other side, it's not easy. It's tough.
All right, folks, I gotta end